this year, celebrating 21 years. The festival is being held under the theme Tour de Science. Minister of Science and Technology last night officially opened the festival, which draws a large number of scientists, technology gurus and young pupils from various schools. Take a look.
Large numbers of pupils and the general public have made their way to see what the festival has in store this year. The festival continues to promote public awareness, understanding and appreciation of science and technology and innovation in South Africa. Most important, Minister of Science and Technology, Naledi Pandor, says it's imperative that we continue to have festivals such as these to ensure that the youth are continuously encouraged to take maths and science.
We must never tire of repeating to all the scholars of South Africa that science, mathematics and technology are really important areas for our young people to take up as their subjects of interest, because these are what we call the gateway subjects. They open up the world to young people, and I think ScieFest is doing a very, very important task for us of ensuring that we reach thousands of young people, that we introduce them to science, technology and innovation, that we recognize young people who are doing well, and that we engage the public so that they have greater knowledge of science.
With a jam-packed interactive festival, pupils have been given the opportunity to ask those probing questions from the people whom already are in the field. The program this year consists of 65 exhibitions and 706 events, presented by 328 contributors from 76 organizations in South Africa and other countries in 2016. Scholars have explored science in a much more fun and interactive way.
I learned about different careers in the science department and our history, where we come from, regarding, the Jurassic times and the evolution. And when I grew up, I want to be a doctor.
This function helps us to learn about different careers, and I would like to do engineering because it interests me.
ScieFest continues to be the largest science festival in Africa. It yearly attracts over 56,000 visitors. Iwe Poti, SABC News, Grahamstown.
All right, let's cross now to our reporter who's out in Grahamstown at the Settlers Monument, Iwe Poti. Good morning. Tell us a bit about ScieFest. What can we look forward to?
Good morning, Lebu. Well, ScieFest this year, is very jam-packed. Yesterday, I think of all the years that I've actually come to cover ScieFest, it was so full with large numbers of pupils that had come through. There's a lot of lectures. There's over 700 interactive activities that are happening. It's very active so that, the youth that they are actually trying to motivate to take those subjects in mathematics and science are actually finding it interesting. Lebu, I think what ScieFest is actually trying to promote the most. When you're in grade 10 trying to pick your subjects and you're thinking of the periodic table and all those mathematics solutions, it seems very difficult. But this is now an opportunity opening the doors for these pupils to come and ask the questions from those whom are actually in the field. So as Minister Naledi Pandor actually alluded last night, that it's very important that we have these festivals to continue to champion for mathematics, science and innovation. Innovation actually coming very strong this year. Right now with me, I have a matric pupil, Bianca, whom is 18 and actually has something on exhibition and is trying to teach South Africa, working with the Department of Education in terms of a link that she's actually working on and investigating on, and also presented on and had a lecture with a lot of the pupils in terms of what is the link with the activities and studies that we do in grade R and how we actually then end up choosing mathematics and science. Tell us a bit more about your project.
Okay, so yes, basically like you said, I wanted to find out why children in high school do not take subjects like mathematics and physical sciences anymore, and why do they drop it for easier subjects, or if they still have it as a subject, why do they not perform in it, and why does our matric results annually look so bad, and the honours as well, and why is people not go study stuff like engineering anymore or something in a medical field. And as I'm very interested in children and the development of children and how they get stimulation, I actually thought, well, let's see if this problem with maths and science maybe could have its origin in preschool already. And could it be that if the early childhood stimulation is directed correctly, that problems over a period of 10 years could actually be resolved, emphasizing mathematics and physical sciences.
How did you then go about working with the Department of Education in your investigation? I understand that your findings have actually found that those activities and the things that we learn and what grade R the experience is actually like at the age of 5 then predetermines how you actually perceive the education system once you get to grade 10.
Yes, what I then did is I found that there's a specific skill called visual perception that these learners lack, that links with your maths and science in high school. And I went and I studied the curriculum of the grade R learners, and I saw that the curriculum doesn't focus as much on the visual perception as on other skills like fine motor. So that's where the Department of Education comes in, so that I can implement this program that I invented that would stimulate those skills, to implement it into the curriculum by getting their permission to implement it into the curriculum, and therefore these abilities would get stimulated in preschool already.
It must be very exciting at such a young age to actually come up with something that's so important to the education system of South Africa, and that could actually change a lot of lives, give us more engineers, scientists, which we actually have a skills shortage in. Tell us about yourself. What do you want to study? And as well as this year is very busy for you. I hear you actually leaving the country soon. Tell us a bit about that too.
Okay, well, my plan is to go study children kinetics. Yes, I want to end up working with children. So my project is very much into that line as well. That is why I will not stop with my project here, but I will take it even further, even maybe go sell my project eventually at a university that I'm studying at. And then yes, also in May I'm going to go present my project in Los Angeles, California. So I'm very excited about that too, to go tell them about us South Africans and our physical sciences and mathematics performances. Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It was great speaking to you.
Thank you.
Well, Lebo, there we have it. Innovation, very important this year as well, especially coming from the youth. It's exciting times that, by the age of 18 in matric, people can actually come up with studies and find solutions that will help take the country forward. We will be back with you guys a bit later with the management of ScieFest Africa, but for now, it's back to you guys in studio.